With the Survey Intermediate Edition, you can perform an office site calibration. So you need a couple sets of points. Here I have some line work, and I'm going to bring in a CSV file of my control points. So I have a file here I'm going to drag and drop in. It's a comma separated file. It happens to be northing, easting, and elevation, so I'm going to choose my proper file type, and it is a control file. I can just click on import, accept this false origin, that's fine. And you can see I've got my 5 control points spread around my site. Next, I have a latitude and longitude CSV file that I'm going to drag in. So these are the GNSS points, and I'm going to choose that this point number, latitude, longitude, height, code, global. I'm going to uncheck the enabled checkbox, and I'm going to go next. One of the things a couple things you want to make sure that is enabled, is unchecked, as well as you want to set your coordinate quality to mapping here. So when I do that and click import, you're going to get this message. That's fine. We kind of verify that basically global point 1 will be updated. So we'll click OK. And then you're going to get this option here to merge your points. Now we don't want to merge anything because we want to calibrate. So we're going to uncheck anything that's checked here. Click import. So you can see here we've got 2 points for each control point. And if we look at this in the 3D view, you can kind of see it a little bit better. You can see our GNSS points compared to our surveyed control points. Okay. So what we're going to do next is we're going to do the site calibration. So on the survey tab, you've got the site calibration under network. We're going to click on that, and we can set our settings and if we want to use a scale factor or not, but we're just going to leave this the way it's set to default. Not using a geoid model, I'm going to click point list. It's going to ask for the GNSS point as well as your grid point. So my GNSS point will start with number 1. And I'm just going to pick over here, and it knows which one is the GNSS point. Now you just left click again and it picks up the grid point. My GNSS point here is this one for number 2. Now I just want to show you, if I click on this one, you'll see that it tells me that it's not a GNSS point. So we want to make sure we pick that one first, and then this one over here, and you can see it fills in those 2. We do the same thing here with 3 and 3, and then we got 4 over here and 4 here, as well as 5 and 5. So once we've connected all the points, basically we're going to hit compute, and it's going to give us our horizontal scale factor, our rotation, our slope inclined plane, our vertical shift at origin, and as well as your residuals. So you can look at the residuals for each point, and if you're happy with those, we can click apply, and now you can see our site's been calibrated. It states that on the command line. So we're no longer in grid, but we're in a calibrated site. So now we have a site calibration that we can export out to the field if we need to.